The Carolina Panthers are on the road this week feeling a little Lloyd Christmas. We're saying there's a chance no matter what the odds.
And Mariota will go down and get sacked. Haynes does it again.
They are heading north to Baltimore, which means they have to figure out how to stop Lamar Jackson in the Ravens' run game.
He's at the 30. It's a leg race, 40. Lamar Jackson midfield and going 40.
Ravens sitting 6-3 thanks to their run-pass split being back in line with previous successful seasons they've had. 2022, 24th in passing and 4th in rush attempts after bye. 5.5 yards per carry, 2nd in rush yards per game.
Give us a Dobbins running to the left. He's got a crease. He's got a hole. He's got a touchdown, Ravens.
Yes, Lamar is the centerpiece. How Carolina handles him as a runner is crucial to them pulling an upset. Averages 7.4 a run, leads the team in yards per game with 70.6.
And that is what Lamar Jackson can bring to a game.
So how does Carolina handle quarterbacks that take off? Against Marcus Mariota, not great. 3 carries last week, 14 yards per. 6 carries, 43 yards the first time they played.
35-30, Mariota.
But they also faced Daniel Jones and Kyler Murray earlier this season and held them in check. Their body of work against quarterbacks running in good shape.
Mariota, flushed out, look out of bounds.
The Kim K, however, Baltimore isn't back to its roots because Lamar is all of a sudden good at running. He still runs less on average than both the running backs Carolina has to try and stop. Panthers have 3 different guys to try and contain on the ground. Gus Edwards, Kenyon Drake, averaging 23 attempts combined per game, both averaging 4.7 or better per run.
Touchdown, Ravens!
He's back, baby! He's back!
So the Panthers have to be able to play running backs well too. On that front, not as good as the quarterback front, 4.7 per run allowed. If Carolina can hold their ground against the action on the ground and force Baltimore to throw, then they have to be able to play the tight end position well. Lamar has solid numbers this year as a passer, but put it this way, Urkel could line up at tight end and he'd pull in a couple catches a game from Jackson. He's targeted Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely 94 times. Top 2 wide receivers on the team, 62 targets. It says I'm supposed to read, did I do that?
Fires across the middle. Andrews has it at the 5, turns, and he's in for a touchdown. How does the most popular target in Baltimore get that open?
Panthers' ground game can lead the way for their offense too, and at least try and keep it close. They have a mild advantage down low. Deontay Foreman last week, 130 yards and a touchdown.
To the outside with room and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Foreman now 118 plus yards in 3 of his last 4 games. Carolina has won 2 of those games and kept the other close. Pair that with Baltimore's rush defense. 4.3 allowed overall, 4.3 allowed to running backs. So sort of basic against the run, to use a phrase from the parlance of our times.
Left side driving, going in, touchdown, Kareem Hunt.
All right, I know this Ravens super fan, P2, who I can already hear. Hold on, man, on 60s, you know we just got Roquan. You know what that man did in his first game with the Ravens. Smith was all over Alvin Kamara's A. Baltimore, 3.2 yards per carry allowed to the Saints in their last game.
They're down and 1. Kamara, it didn't get it.
The beyond X-Factor matchup in this contest, Carolina's passing attack, Baltimore's secondary. P.J. Walker threw 16 passes last week. Carolina ran 47 times. And now it's back to Baker. Mayfield has been named starter because Walker is hurt. Baker did look good in mop-up duty a couple weeks ago, so there's that.
Looking down the sideline. Oh, catch! Ripped away by Terrace Marshall.
Their entire passing attack is built around DJ Moore most games. Moore is the only significant threat Carolina has to offer up in this game. But this is what we're talking about. 29 yards last week, under 50 yards per game for the year.
Trying to find the right combination, DJ Moore.
Even more problematic for Baker and Moore, spelled Marlon Humphrey. He's the Baltimore eraser, holding QBs to an 82.6 rating, 2 picks.
Allen, protection holds up, he throws, and it's intercepted, picked up by Humphrey.
So who do you got? Colleen Wolfe was the lone keep-pounding believer last week. Will she let it ride on Carolina? Hit the comments section with all your thoughts.